this is Dr. Shawn Talbott, Chief Science Officer for MonaVie, and welcome to another episode of From the Lab. Today, my good friend Mark Macdonald's in town, so we thought it would be a great opportunity for us to talk about the RVL system and why this system was put together the way that it is to really address this gigantic problem out there, the obesity epidemic. It's not just a U.S. problem anymore, is
it? It's worldwide right now. Right. Worldwide.
Exactly. And you look at it, and if you look at the statistics, it's 2 out of 3 people. 2 out of every 3 people. So most of the people that you encounter are going to need help in this area. And we sometimes look at it as health professionals and we think, well, if someone's overweight, they probably know what they need to do, right? Yeah. Do you think that's accurate?
Well, I think that's what people naturally think is that, okay, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it. And the reality is it's why the average dieter is buying a new diet book every 90 days, because they don't know what to do.
Right.
And it's really understanding how to eat the foods that you love and utilize the right product system. Right. And that's why we created RVL. That's why we have the RVL system.
Right.
And that's why I'm so excited about this show right now.
Right, exactly. Because a lot of people, I think, will say, well, I'm carrying a few extra pounds, I think I need to get rid of that. And what's the solution? Well, I'll just stop eating, or I'll just go on a diet, so to speak.
I'll just starve myself, and I'll lose that weight for that moment, and then immediately, once you lose that weight, you start eating the way you did before, and you regain everything plus some. And that's why RVL exists, so you no longer have to do that.
Right, exactly. And so that's the yo-yo effect that we talk about. Someone loses the weight, they gain it again. They lose it again, and they just go through this yo-yoing all the time. And one of the problems, like some of my research when I was in grad school, we looked at how you can lose bone and gain fat, and lose bone and muscle and gain fat. And so you're losing the stuff you want to keep, and you're gaining fat back very, very quickly. Yeah. I'm sure you see that too.
Totally. And when you say 2 out of 3, the real challenge is that most people are investing more into their health than ever before.
Right.
So we're seeing that more people are investing in their health, yet we're regressing every single year. So that leads us to that something isn't right. We're not teaching the right information, which is why, as health professionals, we're fired up about what we do, because we can actually teach the truth.
Right, exactly. And a big part of that solution is to get people out of that mentality of thinking they know what to do and doing the wrong stuff and having poor results. And so a big piece of that solution is this idea of blood sugar stabilization.
Yeah.
And Mark's written a book, a New York Times best-selling book about that topic. You've been on Dr. Oz to talk about this topic. You're on CNN almost every weekend to talk about topics related to this. But so run us through that real quick about how blood sugar stabilization is a big piece of the solution.
Yeah, so most times when we want to lose weight, we do the calories in versus the calories out, and we starve ourselves. So like you're eating 2 meals a day, but every time you miss a meal, your blood sugar drops and your body burns muscle, which slows down your metabolism. And then we go into that lunch craving carbohydrates, which then you overeat, and you over-release a hormone called insulin that makes you store fat. So it's very simple. It's called eating in threes. It's eating every 3 hours a balance of protein, fat, carbohydrates to keep your blood sugar in the right range. That triggers your hormones to be balanced, triggers your body to release consistent stored fat. So all that stored fat that you might want to lose right now, grab a piece of that. When your blood sugar is stable, your body's consistently releasing that, and you're burning that up in your muscle. So rather than using nutrition to lose weight, we're using nutrition to create hormonal balance. Blood sugar is how your body creates energy. It's how you achieve permanent, forever weight loss.
Yeah, and I love that language about hormonal balance. It might not be something that we tell every single person that we get onto the RVL system, because that gets to be a little bit sciencey for a lot of people. But think of it that if your hormones are fluctuating all over the place because you're eating the wrong foods, or eating the wrong combination, or eating at the wrong times, that's setting off alarm bells in your body. It's making your body hold on to those calories because they think there's a problem. It's sending signals to your brain to tell you that you're hungry, and it just gets you into this vicious cycle that's very hard to break out of, right?
Totally. And what happens is every time you miss that meal, you are burning muscle, and you're slowing down your metabolism.
Right.
So
which makes it easy for you to gain weight again.
Exactly. And this is why when so many people that I've worked with as clients, they turn 30, they turn 40, and they're all, why am I gaining weight? What happened?
Yeah.
Because of all the habits you did before led to that. This is why, rather than focusing on just eating less, we're going to educate you on how to eat correctly. Not just eating healthy, but eating correctly. And that sets your body up to win forever. Not just yourself, your friends, your family, your kids. This is how we change the epidemic right now.
Right, exactly. And aside from just the fact that you're losing fat and you're controlling your hunger and you're getting your body to a place, people feel great when they're doing this approach, right? Energy levels, mental focus, concentration, all that kind of stuff is all right where you want it to be.
All of it lowers, think about when you're hungry. your stress is higher,
right.
your energy's lower, all of those particular things, because your body's in a panic state. So when you actually have stable blood sugar, you have more consistent energy, you feel better, you sleep better, you have the energy to exercise, so everything about you becomes stronger.
Right, exactly.
Because your body's a refuel as it goes machine.
Right.
You have to feed it consistently.
Yeah, and that's the perfect way to think about this. It's fuel. Your body wants fuel in a very particular way. And if we can match that fuel to the body, we can get some great results. And that's one of the problems with the whole range of products that are out there that are supposedly helping you with this problem. They're very limited in their focus. So we might see a protein shake, and it's just protein, and people look at that and say, well, I probably need protein, that's good for me. And we say, you and I look at that and say, yeah, you do need protein, but you need it in a very particular way. You need it balanced with your carbs, the right kind of carbs, and you need it balanced with your antioxidants, and you need some fat, and you need some fiber, and that's where some of the problems are. Do you have that same frustration of so many problematic products out there?
Totally, and everyone talks about low carb, so it's just get your protein in. And working with so many people wanting to lose weight, they think, I'm just going to eat my protein and my vegetables. Well, this is how your body works. Your blood sugar, you have glucagon, which raises your blood sugar, insulin lowers your blood sugar. Protein directly affects that hormone glucagon, carbs affect insulin, fat slows down digestion. So when you have products that are just protein based and you think that's your solution, it only provides your body with protein. We really have to look at what's a meal replacement. How do we actually solve it and bring it all together?
Right, exactly. I'm fond of saying that if you have limited products, you're going to get limited results, and that's exactly what we see out there. So what we try to do here at MonaVie is really give you a balanced product. We step back and we say, what does the body want in terms of nutrition, and how can we build all of that, or as much of that as possible, into a product that we can just give to somebody, and they can say, they don't have to think about, well, my protein and my glucagon, my carbohydrates, my insulin. They can just go, all right, one scoop of that and I'm good to go. That's what the RVL system is all about.
Yes.
So, problems with a lot of existing products, one of the important areas that I think is important for you guys to understand about Mark and I is that the reason that we're at MonaVie, the reason why we're here talking to you right now, is that MonaVie is a company that's open to the idea of turning things around, of changing the way we develop products and present them to the world. So, a lot of this message we're able to build into the product so that we can do just that. We can just hand it to you and say, there, you're good to go. Use it as directed and you're going to get those benefits.
Yeah, and I built a company based upon nutrition education. You've been a consultant for multiple organizations. The reason why we're here right now is because MonaVie is open to true change. It's not just about, here's a product to help people lose weight. We not only want to help you lose weight, we want to educate you on how to permanently do it and utilize a product that will allow your body to win, not just for yourself, but for your kids. Because I grew up with a dieter of a mom and a sister that was a dieter, and they ate one way, and then myself, my sister Chris, and my dad ate another way, and that creates total separation. It's about how do we do this all together and provide you with the tools and the products to win.
Right, exactly. So let's use the RVL Shake as an example, or the whole RVL system as an example of really changing things around, right? So if we were at sort of a typical nutrition company, that company might say, well, I need a protein shake. And you can develop that. Very easy to do. You can flavor it, you can sweeten it, you can choose artificial sweeteners or natural sweeteners. There's all sort of a lot of moving parts into building that product. But we look at that and we say, you know what? Why don't we build a whole system? Because the body really is a system. It's a complicated system too.
Completely.
So you have to have a lot of switches and a lot of levers operating at the same time. So when we look at that RVL system, it's a shake. And you might look at that and say, oh, that's the protein shake in the system, right? And when I hear you laugh, right?
I know.
When I hear people say that, I just go, oh no, and I have to take a deep breath and then explain to them, it is the furthest thing from a protein shake that you can imagine. It has protein, but it really is a true meal replacement system, meal replacement product. So that's just one piece of the overall system. Then we have the bar that does something really important. Then we have the supplement that does something really important. So I'll just say on the next 3 episodes of From the Lab, we'll do a deep dive into each one of those products so you know why the meal replacement is built the way it is, why the bar is the way it is, why the supplement is the way it is. But that whole system, if you'd maybe just comment on why that's important to have several products across the day.
Definitely, and the biggest thing is that, so I as Shawn, we taught, I teach blood sugar. It's what I've taught my whole life. Blood sugar and antioxidants, it's what I believed in, and it's what I know your body needs. Well, the reality is that if you eat 5 to 6 real meals a day of eating in threes, you can do that. There's probably 1% of the population, coaching as many clients I have, that can do it, because I can't do it without.
Neither one of us can do it. This is what we do.
Possible. But this morning I've already had my shake and my bar because I'm in Utah. So these are things you need. So the whole objective is that you still can eat the food you love, and we provide you with the education how to do that. But what are you doing in those early morning, mid-morning, mid-afternoon, late night times where meal replacements are spot on? So the shake to me is something easily you can do when you're at home, when you're at the office, late at night. The bar is something that you can put in your purse or your briefcase, and it takes you 2 minutes to eat. So that time when you're telling yourself, oh, Mark, I can't eat every 3 hours. Yes, you can.
Because it's right there.
It's right there. You pull it out. It takes you 2 minutes to eat it, and it tastes great. And then the dietary supplement I love, because something that can ignite your metabolism and help you take on some of that belly fat that we all want to lose.
Right, so, in a way that doesn't overstimulate you.
Exactly.
There's a lot of these, burners on the market that are really just these stimulant bombs, and that isn't what we're doing there.
And there's a purpose to it all. The shake, the bar, the dietary supplement. There's a purpose to that to fit into your into your day, so you can really live it forever, not just a moment of time, not just do it for 90 days and then quit.
Right, exactly. And that's the idea of a system, is that we take this complicated system, the body, and we match it to what is really a complicated system in terms of all the things that it's working on, the RVL system, but we make it really easy to make that match happen. You just use the shake, as Mark described, use the bar, use the supplement throughout the whole day, and you just get the benefits. And we hear all the time, people will say, you know what, I did what you said, I followed your recommendations, and it was easy. It was like the weight just it doesn't fall off. I don't want to overpromise that kind of stuff. You have to stay on the plan, but it's easy to stay on the plan because we've given you each one of those steps for you to follow.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is when we talk about, you still can eat. If you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner right now, we're going to educate you on how to take the food you love and eat in threes. Or the gap times, the times that you're missing a meal right now, if you lay that out, you know you're missing those meals. And we want you to know that every time you skip that meal, you're slowing down your metabolism. That's why RVL exists. And the other thing, the protein shake, when we talk about cost and expense, when you're looking at a protein shake, then that is just protein.
Right.
A meal replacement is a meal replacement. When we look at a RVL meal replacement shake, it's like $3.30 for a meal.
Right.
So
if you're meal.
So if you're doing 2 shakes a day, that's less than $7 for 2 meals. So to me, it's understanding how economical that is and the quality of it, the quality of protein, the quality of fat, and the quality of antioxidants.
Right, exactly. And that's a perfect way for us to step off into talking about the aspect of health that you get here. When we say it's a little bit over $3 for a meal, that very likely is going to be the most nutrient-dense meal of your entire day.
By far, closest thing to a perfect meal.
Yeah, exactly. And perfect meal. That's the way I think of it these days. Is that if I do my shake for breakfast or I do it for lunch, no matter what happens for the rest of the day, I know that I've gotten that nutrition into my body. I know that I've gotten at least one perfect meal. Whether I'm traveling, whether I'm speaking, whether I've got a writing deadline, whatever it is. I mean, if we can at least do that, you've accomplished a lot. So that product I really want people to think about the shake as not just a protein shake, not just a meal replacement. It really will be probably the most healthy meal that you have all day. And a big part of that is the nutrient density. A key part of the nutrient density is the antioxidant profile that we have. This is one of the products that we have that is VIEW certified. It's a product that we can measure the benefits over time. We can measure it externally, right? So you can see the external where you're losing weight, and we can measure it internally in terms of your antioxidant health, right? Explain why that's so important.
Yeah, so many times when we look at external, we all know our weight, and many might know your body fat, so you know your body composition, and you say, my success is based upon that. Well, what we haven't had up to this point is a view of our internal health. Your cells process everything. When we talk about mobilizing fat, burning fat, your energy directly has to do with your cells. So antioxidants neutralize these free radicals that are naturally created through, when you eat protein, fat, carbs, you naturally produce a free radical.
As your metabolism is going up,
you create more.
Exactly, you create more. So we have to protect you from that.
And just like we said, eating 5 to 6 times real meals. Not many people can do that. Well, you need at least 12 servings of whole fruits or veggies a day, and not just 12 apples, a whole spectrum. So a meal replacement not only has a great protein, fat, carbohydrate profile that stabilizes your blood sugar, that provides you with the antioxidants necessary to neutralize free radicals and actually improve your overall internal health.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better. That was terrific. So that's a little overview about the RVL system and why it's built the way it is, why it perfectly synergizes with what your body needs. It really is a lot of complicated machinery built into this system, but we make it easy for you to put into your day. So next week we'll be talking about the shake. We'll be talking about the RVL meal replacement, and we'll go into details about why this many grams of protein, why this type of carbohydrate, how the antioxidants are synergized with each other, something that we call bioessence. And we'll really get into the details of that. So I hope that you'll join me next week in From the Lab, where we do a deep dive into the RVL meal replacement shake. And I just want to say thank you to Mark Macdonald, my good friend. Check out his book if you haven't checked it out already. Body Confidence, New York Times bestseller. Check out CNN so you can see him on the weekends and giving great nutrition information. Thanks a lot, my friend.
Thanks, John. So appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks.